Good evening. Well, it is now Friday. It is now 11 o'clock. That means one thing, British Wrestling Radio. And all I can say is, evening, Nix.
Evening.
Evening. You all right?
Yep, feel a bit better now.
Excellent news, excellent news. That's all we like to hear. It's been a long couple of weeks. That's all I can say. It's been a long couple of weeks. What can I say? Thank you to everybody who sent us messages about my wife and everybody. State of play. She's in hospital still, but she's better. She's had the operation. I've seen the stones. Yeah, but let's not go into the gory details. New setup, new things. Got major announcements about the future of British Wrestling Radio to say. We had a chat with Nixy earlier on about these big announcements. Hope everybody's okay. Tonight's British Wrestling Radio comes from the wonders of Xbox One. So, as of now, we're doing British Wrestling Radio through Xbox One. So, stuff that, PS4. Woohoo! So, how's you been? Have you been with the wrestling world over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, same old. Can't comment, can't complain. Well, I can have a few complaints.
You always
How have you
complain.
been?
You've always
I
been
always
complaining.
complain, yes.
Yes, it's ever since Kane's turned up in a suit. Your life has gone in a downward spiral in wrestling. It's no use growling at me. It's fact. He's turned up in a suit. You don't have to growl. It's simple fact. Since we was on, they've done the bloody Night Raw that was over here and everything. They got rid of the bus. Bus disappeared. Just one down, two to go. As soon as they get rid of the taxi in the phone box, that's it, happy. Get rid of them. One's gone, two to go. That's all I can say. Very simple. Tonight's going to be a great show. We've got Pixie coming on in a moment, talking all about her favourite promotion and everything. But once we're going to get these announcements out of the way, then everybody else can understand why Pixie's on talking about Insane Championship Wrestling. The first announcement is, this is the last broadcast of British Wrestling Radio to be done at 11 o'clock evenings. As of next week, there is a new time. British Wrestling Radio, from now on, will be at 10 p.m. 10 p.m. every Friday evening for the next few weeks. That will be British Wrestling Radio's new time of that's number one. Okay. Right. So number two is we're changing the name of the website. It's not going to be BWRradio.com as of next year when it runs out. It's going to be changed to BWRnetwork.com because I've been thinking about this, and what is next year I want this website not just to have this show. On Tuesday nights now we have Wrestling Radio Ireland, Brendy's show. He's coming on now on Tuesday nights every other week, and he's doing his radio show. And it's got me thinking, there must be people out there like us that want to do a show that's got a podcast, or they'd love to do it live, but they just need a platform. So, as of next year, we're going to encourage people, if they want, come and use our facilities, come and use the chat room, come and use the Justin TV thing, and be part of our little network. That's all I'm saying. The British Wrestling Radio Network. We're taking on the WWE, Nix. Our network's going to be up before the WWE network.
It will. It absolutely will.
And it'll be better. Yeah, it'll be better.
It will be better.
Yeah.
Because we're going to actually give the fans what they want.
Well, it's what we're doing. We want to give it to the fans. I mean, there's people out there that love to talk about wrestling, but they just don't have a chance. And I want them to get in contact with me or you, and then us do an audition and just say, right, tell us about wrestling. And if they're good enough, and if they want to do it, then they've got a show. I can see the millions coming in. Yeah, right, Steve. Yeah, yeah. But it's there. If the offer's there for people, if they want to do a live show, then we can use our facilities. We don't care. just getting it, and hopefully we'll have a good night. Good evening to our chat room. Our chat room's filling up big. Can somebody make Ace of a mod, please? Because it's about time he was a mod. He's not a mod at the moment. So if you can make Ace of a mod, that'd be great. Um, so thank you very much, Nixy. Right, done the network, done the TV, done the thing. I think that's it. Oh yeah, the last thing. With Pixie doing this thing now, once a month, we're gonna turn it over to you guys. Once a month, we're gonna ask about your promotion, the one that you hold on to your heart, the closest to your chest. Pixie tonight, she's going to be talking about Instant Championship Wrestling, the wrestlers, the atmosphere, all the stuff to do with that. Next month, it's anybody's. If anybody wants to come on and talk about Preston City Wrestling, Southside, Revolution Pro, Progress, Full House Wrestling, any wrestling promotion in the British Isles, and you're a fan, and you love it, and you think that's my promotion, get in contact, and we'll have you on for December's, fan. Then we'll have it once a month or twice a month, whatever it is. But end of the day, we just want to hear about your promotion. So we'll get that going, and hopefully we'll get some good people on. But we'll get Nixy on. Pixie, it's the Pixie and Nixy show tonight. I am going to go off my fucking head, aren't I? I'm going to go bleeding out shit. Bleeding Pixie. No, this is going to do me nothing. I can just see it now all night long. Pixie and Nixy. But we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Thanks to everybody joining us again, as usual. I hope we sound okay. It's a trial and error this tonight. If it works, then it's going to be great. But if it don't work, then anything. Also, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, we're rerunning. We're going to the only time we've ever replayed a show, ever. From 7 o'clock tomorrow night to 7 o'clock Sunday night, the whole 24 hours of Callum Murray's show, this year's Callum Murray, will be replayed in full from start to finish. So you've got the whole 24 hours from 7 o'clock tomorrow night till 7 o'clock Sunday night, the whole 24 hours. So if you miss bits of it and you want to listen to Georgia Smith again, or you want to hear Dinah Smith, or you want to hear Nigel McGuinness, or you want to hear Team Hillcast, or Chris Garrett, or Team Heel, or BritRest Chat, or anybody that came on. And if you want to hear Francis, Nixie, I listened to our greatest moment on the 24-hour show this week.
Oh, what was that?
Well, that lad that rung up that said he loved John Cena. 21 hours and 41 minutes he came on. I've got the time written down. We did this thing, and if for those who don't know about what we're on about, is this kid called Francis rung in, and he was talking about WWE and all of a sudden, and then he said, "Oh, I love John Cena. I think he's the greatest thing." And then all of a sudden, me and Nixie, considering we'd been up for the best part of a day, just tore him to shreds. It was, it was one of the nights of all night. That was one of the highlights. But we had Nigel McGuinness on calling Nixie an EastEnder. We had loads and loads of fun, and it was a cracking 24 hours. Nixie said it best when it finished. Went, "And it gone quick, and it gone quick."
Because say it like that.
We both said it. And it gone quick though. We were like, bloody hell, and it gone quick. That's all we kept saying. But anyway, British Wrestling Radio is here, and British Wrestling is live, and we're just going to do the events for the next few days for British Wrestling, and then we're going to get Pixie in here, and we're going to do the ICW special. I've been promising this with Pixie for weeks, and finally it's happening. So we're going to get Pixie in here. I'll ring you, Pixie. Don't worry about that. We'll get you in here because I'm just working it out on my Xbox One. Right, here we go.
You're obsessed with that, aren't you?
Well, I had to get it. I tried to see if it worked. and it works. So I'm not bothered. It's great. It works for me. Right, November 23rd, which is, when's that? Tomorrow, isn't it? Is that tomorrow? Sunday. Britannia Wrestling at the Buckley Academy. The best show in Wales is there. And that's happening with that. And then also on the 23rd, we've got Winter Warfare by Pitbull Pro Wrestling at the Hawkins Community Centre. Let's have a look at the card for that one. We've got at the moment there is El Ligero, it's confirmed. And let's have a look what else we've got. We've got Mexican El Ligero versus Himu Takahashi. The Lionhearts and Van Wicked versus the London Riots and a Mystery Partner. Bubblegum versus the Arabian Night Tiger Ali. Dazzling Darrell Allen versus the Italian Stallion Antonio De Luca, plus much, much more. And also on 23rd of November, we've got Extreme American Wrestling presents the over 18s only hardcore show. Free shot on entry. There is a death match and first ever softcore match. It's not a hardcore match, it's a softcore match involving Mr. Madman Manson. That's all I can say. There's a danger zone. One side of the ring, the ropes will be completely covered in barbed wire. The wrestlers better watch out as the barbed wire will rip them to shreds. Are they unfortunate to get whipped into the danger zone? And of course, there will be beer, blood, barbed wire, free shot with every ticket to the party, first ever first blood match, tables, random and crazy weapons match, main event, death match featuring Mr. Monster. So much more mayhem, you do not want to miss it. So that's it. We have Mark Massa has been feuding with Styx. Massa leads 2-1, and it's a first blood match between Mark Massa and the heavyweight House of Pain, Styx. Fans choose a stipulation match, Tommy Oliver versus Chris Tyler. The first ever softcore match, Madman Manson has declared EAW unsafe and that the health and safety aspects of the show need improving. So he's called it, he's doing a softcore match, whatever that may be. Who knows? And Kaylee Ray versus Leah Von Dutch. We've also got a tag team tables match. Terry Izzet versus Alexander Croft, taking on Revolution members Eric Phillips and Dan Darkstar. That looks an amazing night, and that is all at EAW in Corbin. Also on Sunday, GBW Annihilation at the Yorkshire Rider Social Club. All the usual guys from Great British Wrestling involved in there. And on 29th of November, we have Revolution Pro, the Northern debut featuring Colt Cabana, Adam Cole, Your Nation, and many, many more. Okay, and on the 30th, we've got Runcorn Wrestling Academy Rumble in Runcorn at the Grangeway Community Centre. In that, we've also got HXC Wrestling presents November Pain on the Saturday, November the 30th. Elite American Wrestling, again, at a charity show in Rushden. And then also, we've also got EAW up in Sheffield. They're doing theirs towards next week, next Saturday. They've got 2 shows, a matinee, and then we've got everything getting up. What are you saying sorry for, Nix? Nix?
No, nothing, don't worry.
No,
right? Nothing, don't worry.
I'm worried about you. I'm worried. All right. But anyway, them's most of the events. That's the most of the events taking us all the way up to the end of November anyway. And December is a packed month. Now, Nixy, first of all, last weekend we had the super shows of Southside and we had the super shows of PCW. Did you hear about all these shows that happened? Better than that.
I did not, but I'd like to.
We'd have loved to have gone, and I would love to have gone. I'm gutted I missed Southside. I'm gutted I missed the Preston one. It seemed I missed. I'm actually an amazing. Oh yeah, an ICW. Yeah, I forgot one. But it seemed as though it was an amazing weekend by everybody involved. And also, now is this true? Because I don't know. Somebody says it's bullshit. Some people are saying it's true. Did Chris Travis have a tryout with the WWE before Raw last week? Because
Yes, he did.
are we sure now? Are we absolutely sure?
It was on the news pages.
Right. So everybody's crystal clear now because some said it was Martin Kirby doing a joke to get thing that, and he just to play the dirt sheets and everything at their game. But we also had that stuff and everything that went on, and it just some people said it was taking the pace or something else like that. But Chris Travis did really wrestle Tenzai, yeah? Is that what everybody's hearing?
As
That
far as we know, yeah.
he wrestled Tenzai.
Should we YT it?
Shall we what?
Should we YT it? 2-bit.
Well, we'll see about. I mean, I've asked Chris himself, but you know what them like. They play each other. I mean, It Factor's saying it. I heard it was a joke engineered by Kirby. Yeah, it's just said that. And some people say yes, he did make it there, but yes, but we'll ask him. We'll ask Chris and so I know I'll get Elite British Wrestling
It's
up in
not
Sheffield.
YouTube.
So no, it won't because nobody was. Apparently, there was all behind closed doors. There was nobody in the arena when he did it. So whatever happened, but if he did it, and good luck, Chris, and we hope you'd make it. Now, talking of which, of tryouts with the WWE, NXT tape last night, the American Wolves, Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards from Ring of Honor made their debut in WWE as the American Pitbulls under the names of John Cahill and something. No, there was another name that they made the debuts under. But it looks like Davey Richards doing these things that he did over here for the last few weeks actually has come true that he did make up. No, Richard, no, I've heard John Cahill is the name for Davey Richards. So we don't know, but we'll see what happens. Apparently it's taped for the December 18th episode. Anyway, so there we go. That's all the rumours and everything we've got out of the way. Right, now I've got to use my Xbox One controller. Let's see if this works. Come on, where are you? Do you know, this is going to be a pain in the ass, I can see it.
Oh, from I love the Xbox One to it's going to be a pain in the ass, I can see it.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Right. Now this should be Pixie. When she decides to join us, she coming, you'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. This Xbox One's going to get used every week for the show now. Pixie! She's in.
Hi.
Hiya, you alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good, see? Got rid of the computer with the Dalek voice, so we should be okay now. So, no, doing it. So how you been, alright?
Yeah, I'm slightly dying at the minute, but that's the point. I'll be fine.
All right, so we won't keep you long. We won't keep you long. If you're dying, then we won't keep you long.
I'll be fine. If I can go to ICW after I've given up hope, it must be I can do an ICW special on BWR. What's it called?
Yeah, I apologise for last week. My internet was just doing updating and updating and updating. Every time it finished, it was updating again and again and again and again. I nearly threw my router through the wall last week. It really got bad. And then we had a gas leak on Sunday, and where I spent the night in a school. And that's all I'm going to say about that, but I'll talk about that later at some point. Anyway, right, ICW. Okay. Now, you're the first one in our series of for your favourite promotions and what makes ICW so special. What was it that drew you to ICW in the first place?
It's got to have been like, I was a huge fan of ECW, and like there was nothing like that, and the fact that it sounds really bad, but I don't like the idea of kids being at wrestling events.
Are you like that, Nick? Do you like the idea of kids, or you like just want adults only?
What, at wrestling shows?
Yeah.
Well, when we've seen the Manson matches, like when we went to Nottingham, it did worry me how close to the action they were getting. I didn't want to see them hurt. And I do wonder how the content might change if it was adults only.
Well, ICW is definitely adults only.
Yeah.
That is. Is it true they put the posters up and it says over 18s only, or do they let anybody in, any age?
No, it's a 18 plus promotion.
So if anybody tries to get in that's underage, out, get out, get
They look older, then they've got no chance.
and get your crutches on the back of the head, and they go, get out.
No, they don't.
Oh,
Not all the time, really. You're making me out to be violent. I'm totally not violent. So,
you know, violent.
all the time.
Not all the time. But you go to ICW, which is the most violent promotion I've seen in years.
Yes.
Right. So for those who don't know, Mark Dallas is the guy he's the owner, isn't he? He's the owner and he's the brainchild of ICW. And it started 7 years ago, is that right?
It started in 2006, yeah.
Right.
Just the birthday in October.
And I think the first time anybody heard about ICW down here was when it was on the My Channel TV channel last year.
Yeah.
But we're not saying anything more about that because that channel sucks.
But ICW moved on to bigger and better things, and in the early 2014 there'll be an ICW documentary.
That's for certain, is it? That's coming on BBC, is it? That's definitely.
It's being filmed and it's being finalised, and it will feature people such as Sabu and Rhino.
Nixy, Sabu and Rhino on BBC. Do you think they'll handle it? Hello? Nixy?
I missed you. What'd you say?
Sabu and Rhino are going to be on BBC with the ICW next year. What do you reckon? Do you think they can cope with that violent? Yeah. Come on, listen to us.
Well, it depends. Depends. Sorry, I blinked for a minute. What time? What kind of time are they going to put it on at?
Oh, what do you think? Yeah, it's ICW, isn't it? It's not going to be like EastEnders time, is it?
No. Well, that'd be
don't put it. As long as they don't put it on BBC 2, BBC 4 or something like that. Put it on a decent channel so everybody can see it.
BBC 1 or BBC 3.
Yeah. BBC 3 might be cool, because they're the ones that show the decent stuff, but, yeah. So, I think they should show the Scottish, because I've been looking at the videos, and I put a few videos up on the webpage and stuff like the Grado, the British wrestler documentary, and then the first pay-per-view, Insane in the Brain, and all these other great pay-per-views that's happening. Lionheart's back, isn't he? He's gone back into it.
Lionheart came back, was that actually Edinburgh in August. He jumped the guardrail and fucking rock bottomed someone who I should know this and can't remember at the present minute.
So the thing in... I saw the bit in the ring with Lionheart and Red Lightning came in, and they were all signing a contract to come back, and they had all these other guys in, and it was a faction, and it was a reuniting of a faction.
That was Lionheart, Red Lightning, Wolfgang, and James Scott, otherwise known as Darkseid, who were the gold label.
But it's so everywhere they...
I'm trying to remain impartial.
Yeah, right. You don't have to be impartial. You just say exactly what it is. I mean, this ICW is you.
Basically, ICW have, I'd say, 3, 4, maybe 4, like, sort of tag team faction type things. You've got, obviously, the NAK, which anyone who knows me will know that they're my boys, and that's the end of it. You've got Gold Label, who screwed BT Gunn out of the ICW heavyweight title twice.
Yeah.
You've got the Bucky Boys at Fight Club.
Bucky Boys. I was fortunate. And I saw Fight Club at PCW January this year. They took on the Young Bucks and stuff, and they're great tag team, Fight Club and stuff. But that, I think when it comes down to it, everybody, ICW has now got to a stage in my eyes that's like, you look at it and you're going, right, how can they top the last pay-per-view, the last show that they did? And then all of a sudden you see the names are in the papers, like saying a brawl at the local Tesco's, and it had all these things. And then you think, how are they going to top that? And then next thing, you get females jumping off the balconies that's 10, 15 feet in the air, and they're jumping off it onto each other in the ring. And it's like, well, how are they going to top that? And it just keeps going up and up and up and up and up.
Thanks to the brawl at Tesco, I ended up with my delightful face in Fighting Spirit magazine.
It seems as though it's like one of these great fan-friendly promotions, or give the fans what they want, and they just take it to every single show. It just takes it to another level and up and up and up and up. And it's created a British superstar called Grado. Because Grado is everywhere now.
He's great.
Nixy, have you heard of a guy called Grado? Have you heard of this guy, Grado?
No, I was wondering why it had to be the local Tesco's and not the Sainsbury or Asda.
Because it was next door to
If it happened a couple of years earlier, it would have been Costco.
That would have been better.
It just seems that it's like we just keep saying, it's like every single show they do, they're just putting on. And now we've got guys like from the old ECW coming over, and they're saying, and you get Rhino doing something in the ring that says, this is the closest thing I've seen to ECW ever, and you get that endorsement.
Said that ECW was a place very close to his heart, but he felt that Fear and Loathing 6 was about the future of wrestling as a whole, and his exact words were that ICW was that future.
It's like, what's next for him? I mean, I think Lee in our chat rooms just said it best. He says, bring back the wrestling channel. Because when you look at this now, I mean, when the wrestling channel used to be on, for those who can remember it, it always used to be full of stuff like Ring of Honor and the classic TNA and all the American indies and stuff. If you put the wrestling channel back now, and you said to people, look what we've got now, and you'd have to have if everybody agreed to it, ICW, you could imagine all the great programs that we'd have on the wrestling channel at one time. I just think it'd be amazing just to see how all these great promotions in Scotland, especially Scotland at the moment, because there seems to be so many great promotions up there. PBW, Scottish Wrestling and Entertainment, SWA, Scottish Wrestling Alliance. There's some cracking promotions. And we've got to say get well soon to Noam Dar, because apparently he's hurt his shoulder again. So
again?
Yeah, we don't know exactly the full story of it, but he's pulled out of a show that was happening this weekend, and they said it's an aggravation of his shoulder. So get well soon, Noam. We miss you, man. Get well, mate. Please get well. It's a terrible shame to happen to him. That kid's had a bad luck year.
Definitely.
But he don't deserve it. But he'll bounce back. Fingers crossed he bounce back. What do you reckon to this about Lionheart is going to be taking on AJ Styles at PCW?
Honestly, I think that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I think, Nixy, have you heard about this? The TNA angle?
I haven't seen any TNA since Bound for Glory.
Well, what they've said at the moment is AJ is going around Japan and everything, defending the TNA title. And a rumor has it, big style, that he's coming over here to defend the TNA World Heavyweight title against the PCW Heavyweight title holder, which is Lionheart.
Yep.
So
that'd be pretty good for us.
That'd be pretty good for everybody. I think Lionheart he's really like, 1 minute he's retired and he's not wrestling again, and all of a sudden he's come back and he's going Big Brother. He's gone on better things this year. I think even my wife just went, "Oh God, look, that's a wrestler." And I went, "Oh yeah, he was at Huntington last year." I said, "I'm not telling you what he did, but he did a bad thing." But me and Rob Bolton was a star that day. That's all I'm going to say about that. So ICW, What's the plans
The
for
one thing
next
not
year?
many people realise about ICW, just like before I go on, is that like when Dallas started it, well, obviously they script it and they know who's gonna win.
Yeah.
But the very first show they had a young guy called Drew McIntyre, Drew Galloway. Fuck, I promise myself I wouldn't fuck that up. It was that young guy called Drew Galloway, and he defeated Darkseid and Alan Grogan to become the first ICW Heavyweight champion, which a few months later, a few shows later, he had to drop the title because he had been picked up by the WWE and can now be seen in one of the WWE's biggest jobbing factions in the world.
See, yeah, see, you get champion CW next minute, the world opens as your oyster, and it always takes over. And it's a great promotion. I've made plans now. I've checked it with my wife. I've made plans. I am coming to see an ICW show next year. I'm coming. I mean, I'm gonna fly up. I'm gonna get a plane from Stansted, EasyJet. So if anybody wants to come with me next year, we're gonna plan it ICW. All go up and see ICW wrestling for the weekend in Glasgow and have a great time. And we come back the following day. I think it'd be an amazing weekend just to see ICW for once and just say we've been, and to get an ICW t-shirt.
If you guys are gonna come up, then I would recommend coming up either for Still Smoking, where you've got Brian Kendrick, Paul London, and Sabu, or come up to like a sort of other one, like the Square Going Bag Today, or like because April's not been announced yet. They've only got January, February, and March announced at the minute.
Right.
So basically, I would aim for one of the ones like those if you want to see proper ICW talent without the imports.
Nixy, you fancy it? Going to Scotland? If we can get you've got so much time to book off next year.
Don't forget, I've got my.
You disappeared.
I lose. No. I've got 13 days. Don't forget for the holiday, the actual holiday. So we see. I'd like to go. I'm always willing to go.
Yeah. So, is there anybody that? I mean, we look at ICW and Insane. Why did they call it Insane Championship Wrestling? Was it called anything else before it, or was it just that's always been Insane Championship Wrestling?
It's always been Insane Championship Wrestling, and the one way to describe why it's called that is because it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
You only have to watch one show. I mean, there's a promo on YouTube at the minute, basically Drew Galloway going on about how he got hit in the back with a dildo. That says it all. And that was within the first couple of shows.
Oh, right.
True story.
Ah, see? But I think when at the end of the day, you look at all these ICW guys and everything, and when it was on my channel, and it was in the early days of this show, and I was telling everybody, as soon as this show finishes, and I think, Nixie, you remember me doing it, and I used to say, right, go over to this channel on Sky right now. Insane Championship Wrestling is starting right now. And I used to finish it so I could go and watch it. And I'll always remember it. And I'll always remember watching it and going, the Bucky Boys coming from your Mars Wee back passage. And I spat my drink out and went, what did he just say? And it was one of these things that last went, you didn't expect it. I mean, it seems all of a sudden, I heard Chris Travis saying from the sense of his own personal interest. That's Chris Travis's thing. But to hear somebody saying from your old Mars Wee back passage, I'm like, what? Hello? And then I saw these two, I can't name the females, I can't do it because I forgot about it. But they just went, they just went all over that.
Kaylee Ray and Carmel.
That's it. And they went everywhere. They went over the bar counter.
Jack Costa was the referee in that match.
Oh, see, encyclopedia of the ICW here. Encyclopedia. She knows everything. She's son. So you've got a partner you've got a partner in crime, haven't you? You and your friend, haven't you? You always go together, and everybody knows who you are and stuff. And Yeah, you're the equivalent of Hat Guy in ECW. Do you remember him? I swear you're equivalent of him because everybody knows who you are. Because you've a cracking time and everything. And I'm not going to keep you on much longer because.
Amanda's online at the minute actually, but I don't know whether to add her or not because she says her mum's ill.
All right.
I feel bad.
Well, we've always got a few weeks. We've all got a few weeks' time and everything, and now we can get this in and stuff. So don't worry about it tonight.
Right. Basically, from the first show, the talent that's still with ICW is Darkside, obviously, who's now James, Kid Fight, Liam Thompson, Red Lightning, and Wolfgang.
Oh.
They also had Tracy Smothers on the first ever show.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
Yeah, for those who remember Tracy Smothers from ECW, always with the dance and everything like that. Mental. So, what can we say? Thanks for coming on tonight.
If anyone's got any questions, then I'll answer them.
Yeah. If anybody's got any questions in the chat room that's anything like that now, they want to ask Pixie, and I'll see it and everything. So, they're on about TNA in our chat room at the moment. And AJ Styles. You see, you mention AJ Styles, and everybody goes, "Oh, chat room." So it's a cracking. It's like that. No spoilers, job. I remember. What?
That was your fault, Dino. I didn't mention TNA.
I know. I just said it with Lionheart because we tied it in with Lionheart because he's back with RCW now. So, did you go to the? Oh, here we go. Somebody's asked. Did you go to the Wolfpack tour? No, I didn't.
Seeing as how overall Ministry of Slam, JCR is known for causing trouble. He's actually Francis you were talking about earlier. He's actually Francis' twin brother who does nothing but cause trouble. So I'm not answering that.
Right, so. Let's see that. Refuse to answer. Yeah,
if anyone's got any questions about ICW, I'll answer them, but I ain't answering any questions unrelated.
Yeah,
ICW
there you go.
Fucking special.
Yeah, because that's can't be refusing. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to speak about that Wolfpack because there's so many issues and everything with that, and it's not my position to say, and it's not. I don't know the whole story and everything. So
unless people were there when the problems occurred, then no one's got any right to comment on it. Oh, that's
yeah, it's a touchy subject with a lot of people at the moment, so I'm going to keep it. Question: if it's 18 and over, do they have things like a bit rude, or is it just in terms of the violence? A show in Manchester is very graphical sexually as well as blood.
Well, they do have like kind of racy stuff in like the sense that like Hugh Whiplash is a cross-dresser, but he's a cross-dresser and he's sexy as well.
Yeah.
But he's more, they don't have rules basically. If they think something's okay, they'll do it. I mean, it's like the sort of thing. As I said earlier, Drew Galloway at I think it was the first or second event, got hit in the back of the head with a dildo.
Great stuff. Gavin Knott wants to know, what would you like to see in ICW that I haven't been in?
That's a tough one. Probably shit. Put me on the spot, why don't you?
You ask, they ask.
I know. Probably local Mike Mason.
Local Mike Mason. Now that's a name. That's a good one.
Becky.
Oh yeah, with Becky. Yeah, they're good. They were at a show near me a few months ago and I missed it, and I was so bleeding pissed off and gutted. It was on the same day as the Speed King, so I missed out and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, imports. Nick Mason. Imports and everything. But ICW, it's always going to have a place in the British wrestling hearts now because it gives people that little bits, there's something different to what everybody else is doing, and they've made a success of it.
Scottish independent wrestling, UK independent wrestling, whatever. I would encourage people who maybe don't like the idea of getting blood and stuff all over them. Although they're not allowed to bleed. For bleeding now, it's got to be a hard way, which shocked a lot of people at Feeding Loads 6 when Jack Jester got hit off the bar, and it actually looked like he had bladed because the bar cut him so badly that watching back the footage apparently was like the prom scene from Cadbury.
Nixy, you've got your favourite film that's coming out, Carrie. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, see? Yeah. I've seen the original of that.
That looks like her in the prom scene.
Oh, don't mention that film. That is bad news. Anyway, I know you made up with cold, and I'm not going to keep you on as long as is necessary, Pixie. Thank you so much.
One hour longer is fine.
Yeah, you're right, sure.
Yeah.
It's super.
I'm just sat here, sorting on my hair, casually as anything. I prepared myself. I have 3 drinks in front of me so that my throat doesn't dry up.
Oh, Lee James says ICW versus Southside. Yeah, I think Southside stays the R and ICW. It's completely different promotions and stuff, but Scotland versus England and all this, you're always going to get that, no matter where you go. You'll always get it. I think Norm Darcy at best this
is that I've heard a lot of people basically describe HXC as the English ICW.
Yeah.
HXC is HXC.
Yeah.
ICW is
ICW.
No promotion is the English anything or the Scottish anything. Each promotion has basically got someone at the heart of it who's working their fucking ass off to make that a success.
Exactly. Yeah. You've spit it. I mean, everybody goes, "Oh, this is the next incarnation of ECW." No, it's just another promotion that does that type of wrestling. There's a few of promotions down in England that's doing it now. I mean, HXC, you got American Extreme Wrestling, Extreme American Wrestling, EAW. They did it. They're doing it all the time and everything. And it's all over the place now. It's just that little bit of difference from everybody goes to see the family entertainment show. Nothing wrong with them shows, nothing wrong with it, but it's just giving something to the more adult audience and something completely different. Yeah.
I just can't wait to see what the backlash is after what's his face? The last Edinburgh show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ross asks, has the Young Bucks ever been to ICW?
As far as I'm aware, no.
No. Okay. Alright.
But I want to see basically if there is repercussions or how much more like psychotic Mikey Whiplash has become, because at first annual Fear and Loathing in Edinburgh on the 3rd of this month, he powerbombed Kaylee Ray 4 times into the mat, and she still managed to pin him.
Yeah. What did they put in the water with your females up there? They've like got iron inside of them or something. Because every time we watch them, they're off the bleeding wall. They're mental, and it's like, what the fucking? Your females up there.
Put Kaylee Ray through in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And then for her to go on and face Amazing Kong and Viper the month later. And then she fought with Carmel.
Yeah.
At Fear and Loathing, and ended up resulting in Bette Noir taking a belt shot to the head, which was brutal. Because we were standing on that side, so we seen it immediately. The people that were walking like on the other side, they basically just thought, oh, she's been knocked out, like, you know what I mean? And she stood up, you literally seen people with the colour drain from their faces.
Yeah.
When they seen that she had actually taken the belt shot to her head.
So do you watch any other? So with Better ICW, are you involved with? Because you're involved with the website as well now, aren't you?
I am. I write for the official website, so.
Yeah. And you write for Wrestle Ropes.
And I write for Wrestle Ropes, and occasionally Lock Up, although so far I've not written anything for Lock Up, much less promised I will.
Early days. And the moral of the story is, and I'll say this. I'll say it for Pixie. And the moral is, don't ever fucking pinch Pixie's write-ups. She goes fucking mental and kills people. I'll say it. Yeah, we'll say that.
I gotta say, right, You said it nicer than I would put it that way.
Yeah.
Anyone touches my stuff, and I swear to God, it won't be me they have to worry about.
Yeah. Yeah. It's absolutely amazing. Thanks ever so much for coming on, Pixie. It's a pleasure to have you on as well.
If you want to check out ICW, visit insanewrestling.co.uk.
And Wrestle Ropes at wrestleropes.wordpress.com.
Wrestle Ropes are an affiliate BWR, Lock Up as well.
Lock Up Wrestling at wordpress.com. There's all these websites, it's great stuff. But thanks, Pixie. And
just fucking whatever. Yeah, I don't really don't care anymore. My phone's going.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll have you back on before. Right, we'll have you back on before Christmas anyway as well.
I finally got to be able to do my ICW special now though. Great.
Yay. We finally did it. We finally did it for you. And thank you so much for coming on and doing it. And we'll have you back on before Christmas again. I know we will at some point. But
oh yeah, actually the show that you forgot to plug is next Sunday, December 1st in the garage in Glasgow, and it starts at 7:30 and it's £12 and it's ICW obviously.
Yeah, there you go. The garage in Glasgow. Great place. And it's the ICW. Okay, dogs. Right, so, well, thanks very much, Pixie.
No problem.
Alright, you take care of it, alright? Bye-bye. And that was Pixie, all the way from Bonnie, Scotland. Are you there, Nix?
I am, yes.
Yeah, right now it's your turn. Now we can speak and get everything else. But it's great having Pixie telling us about a promotion that we didn't know much about. And all of a sudden, we now know a bit more. And now I know a lot more, actually. She's great. Thanks very much, Pixie. Thanks for coming on, sweetheart. Now we're getting to the other bits and bobs. TNA have gone back home, apparently. They've gone back to the Orlando Impact Zone in Florida.
Hey.
They had the first one there last night. I watched it. It was thanks, Pixie. No problem. Are you taking a piss at my accent again? Hey, talking of which, Joey Essex, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. How fucking thick is he? He can't even tell the bleeding time on a clock. Oh, I can do it on my digital watch, but I can't. He's thick as shit.
Yeah, but it's not funny.
Oh, he's not funny. Oh my God, he's not funny.
It's not funny.
All right. So right, TNA 6 months. Right, they went on the road in March, and now it's like November. Well, 8 months, 9 months. How would you assess the going on the road experiment for TNA over this 8 months that they've done it? Was it a success for them? Did they have to try it? Did they have to do it? They had to see if people wanted to come and see them? Did you think it was a success for them, or did you think it's put them back a couple of years, or what? I think TNA in the cells, did they look back on it as a success?
No, I think they failed at it.
In what way?
Purely because of I think if they were doing it pre-Hogan and Bischoff, I think they could have done it and got away with it and been quite successful. But given the place it was in, given the place it's still in, it was always going to fail because fans just aren't interested in it. I mean, I'm a prime example.
Well, I have to give it a go. I think the problem is we all went through it this year, like, oh, do we have to watch TNA? We've all done it. We all did it this year. Do we have to watch TNA? But now, it's like, hey, TNA's not bad. They really are hitting the straps. There's good matches, and it's a good product. And six-sided ring, I'm going to spoil it here. I'm going to spoil it for everybody. There is no six-sided ring. No, it's not. Four-sided ring. So that's all I'm going to say. The four-sided ring. The problem is...
We want 6 sides.
No, but who doesn't want 6 sides? It's the wrestlers. They don't like it. You ask all the wrestlers... Yeah, but if you ask Styles, the Angle, all the main guys in TNA, no, we don't want 6 sides. We don't like it. They don't like a 6-sided ring. So, but they're the wrestlers. You can't say, oh, well, fuck them and everything like that. If they don't, I want to do it. They don't do it, so they're happy with 4 sides. Anyway, bring a 5-sided ring. Let's see what happens with a 5-side. Or an 8-sided ring. Let's be better. Let's do 8 sides. But TNA, I mean, the aces and 8s and everything now and everything to do with Bischoff and Hogan seemed to swept under the carpet. Yes, it happened, but we're not officially going to talk about it. It's gone with. Right? That's under the carpet and gone. So, so I think, don't get me wrong, I think Bully Ray and everything, they've tried the best with it. And I think 2013, 2014 is going to be a really, really, really good year for TNA. I really believe it now. It's because they can't go anywhere else. It's just a case of there's only one way that TNA can go. And that's getting back to what TNA does best. And that's being TNA. Not another WWE company. Oh, we're going to do it like WWE. Let TNA be TNA with lockdown pay-per-views, King of the Mountain matches, all this stuff that made TNA what they was, and that everybody tuned in to watch them. But everybody likes it. They want TNA to be TNA. Don't be the WWE thing, because it just doesn't work for you guys. But if you meant going back to Orlando, Florida, and everything, just do that. Oh, and by the way, if you want, I'm going to spoil it again. Just check out what Kirsty Hemme is not wearing on Sunday night. That's all I'm going to say. If you want to watch it on YouTube, Jesus Christ, Kirsty Hemme hardly wears a fucking thing. It is amazing how she gets away with wearing that. Whoa, damn! I couldn't imagine. But it's where we go with it, and I love it to bits, and I like watching wrestling now. I like watching Ring of Honor now. I do love watching wrestling now. I've been reading thing and everything. We've got the local thing. Now it's getting to that stage where WrestleMania is now coming back on the scene and everybody's getting back with WrestleMania. Talking of WrestleMania, with the Hall of Fame and everything that's going on, the British Bulldog petition is on our front page of our website. If you have not signed it, please, please, please sign it. It'll take 10 seconds out of your life to sign it for this legend. There is over 2,100 signatures at this moment. Darren and Michael and all the guys at Team DBS, 2,117 signatures. Let's get the best guy in the world in the Hall of Fame for us anyway. Please, please, please. Let's get it at 2,500. We've had 800 signatures since Michael came on the show when you went to see Alter Bridge. That's 800 signatures in a few weeks. It's amazing. Amazing, this guy, what they're doing. And then Michael and Darren, they work so hard at getting this and everything. They've been getting shit off of some wrestling websites. And all I can say is, to these wrestling websites, fuck you, you pieces of shit. That's all I want to say about that. I'm not mentioning names because I don't want to even pollute my brain saying their names. They are Torags. But Michael and Darren and even Georgia Smith herself are doing an amazing, amazing job. Let's get Davey Boy Smith in the Hall of Fame. That's all I'm going to say about that. Right, now, WWE. Miss Nixy Newman.
Hello.
Right, Bleeding Torags. Yes, Dirty Leeds is in. Oh, Dirty Leeds himself. Yeah, see, they had an event up in Leeds, you see. And what about this? Have you heard about this? The Bella Twins did a sign. Have you heard this? The Bella Twins did a signing in Leeds, and only 7 people showed up. You reckon is that true? Do you reckon is that true that 7 people showed up to see the Bella Twins? Is that what? So, I'm taking a piss out of my accent.
Tell WWE everything they need to know, but you know.
Yeah. Right. Let's talk about it. Let's get out of the way. Raw. I saw bits of it, I must admit, because I've been so busy this week with my Lindsay and my wife. I saw Carlton Banks become the new Intercontinental title. which is great because how can he be in two places at once? It's beyond imagination. He's in the jungle at 1 minute, and then 3 hours later, he's in the Intercontinental, and he's taking him on a Survivor Series. Could you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Could you get us the match list for Survivor Series while we're on the air?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. In fact, I'll do it. I think I'll find them on here. There was about 30 people, he says here. Gavin is bullshitting. Yeah. Gavin's just bleeding pissed off the fact that he's still going, no, I didn't go to sign in. Anybody if ever been on Facebook the last few weeks, Gavin has been amazing. He's been the funniest thing. He's also been in the most negative vibes I've ever seen anybody in my life, but there we go. That's his thing. Oh, but talking of Gavin, Team Heel podcast, 1 a.m. tonight. Check it out. Everything Team Heel podcast. Okay? And they'll more than likely plug away. They'll put the website and everything in here. Let them go for it and everything. Do you know I forgot some? Right. Oh yeah, the last show of the year. Now me and Nixy are gonna have to sit down at some point. I'm gonna have to discuss this. This is gonna take a night. This is gonna take a night. So be warned, Nix. The BWR Awards for 2013. Now it's either gonna be a bit of fun, or some people are gonna take it so serious. But we don't. We love it to bits. Okay. Now the
Okay.
let's have a look. I'll get the post in a sec. I'm just looking for it now. What are you laughing at? What? Brabham, fuck off.
I just had a message from Lance. What's a toe rag? LOL.
What is a toe rag? Oh dear. It's just another wording for me.
Sorry.
It's like a fucker. Yeah. And Gavin, please don't swear in the chat room, okay? If you can't take a joke, then don't do it at all. Now we've done all the things. Oh yeah, this Saturday, Full House Wrestling in Peterborough. Swords of Essex were taking on Wrestlers with Attitudes. Reynaldo were taking on the Mexican Eagle. The Earl of Excellence were taking on Eddie Dennis. Polly Anna will be taking on Dragonator. Chris Travis, Sheffield Wednesday fan, oh yeah, will be taking on RJ Singh. And the main event to crown the first ever Full House Wrestling champion, Joey Osborne versus Xander Cooper versus Jimmy Havoc. £10, Peterborough, check it out and everything like that. Oh yeah, and by the way, Team Heel podcast tonight, a special guest, Mr. Nick Mason, Mr. Nicholas Mason from the Lockup Wrestling website. There we go. Here we go. The categories for our awards are as follows. You ready, Nix? UK Wrestler of the Year. UK Tag Team of the Year. Overseas Wrestler of the Year. That means like the WWE, TNA, anything like that. Ring of Honor. Overseas Wrestler. Overseas Tag Team of the Year. The best wrestling show of the year there's been, whether it's been in Britain or America or whatever. Okay? The best pay-per-view of the year. Okay? Best radio show. Best podcast of the year. Wrestling website. And British Wrestling Radio's guest of the year. Now we've got to sit down. We've got to come up with this because there's going to be lots and lots of people. Who was the best guest we've had on this year? Because we've had loads, and that's going to take a time to sit through. British Wrestling Radio moment of the year. What was the best moment of us this year? For me, Nixie's best moment of this year is when Nigel McGuinness said to Nixie, "Nixie, are you an EastEnder?" Because Nixie was just going everything, but
mark out.
Yeah. Mark
out. I became a total mark for that minute.
What about me? I was marked out for 3.5 hours because I'm like going, "Oh my God, I've got the Bulldog's daughter. Oh shit." the oh my god moment of the year at a wrestling show. If you saw something that made you go, oh my fucking god, whether it was WWE, TNA, Southside, PCW, whatever it was, we would love to hear exactly what you think was the oh my god moment of the year, and then we'll get done. We'll get all the things on the post is on the webpage. Just send us a message on the webpage or what you think all the categories are. Then on the show, on the last show of the year, we'll let everybody know exactly who's won. And it's nothing serious. It's just our way of just saying it's a bit of fun, and it's also a nice way to finish the year. And I think it'd be a great, great night. And talking of great nights, in a few weeks' time, Nixie, British Wrestling Radio destroys WZR TV in America. Reason? Oh, I do. Oh, I do. For what you don't know is there's been an NFL football fantasy league over the last 3 months. And very simply, the owner of WZR is a gentleman called Mr. Ryan Clark. You've heard me mention him thousands of times. Everybody's heard me mention him thousands of times. The situation is the bottom 2 of the league goes into a loser bowl, which means whoever loses is the bottom of the league. So I'm putting this proposition up. I said it a few weeks ago, and I'm going to say it again. Mr. Clark, if you want to listen to this show, then you listen good. Here is your challenge. In 3 weeks, it will be the loser bowl. 3-4 weeks, it will be the loser bowl. And I'm putting this. Whoever loses that bowl has to have their nose painted red and have the word loser written on their foreheads. Or in your case, because you wear a hat all the time, on your cheek and under your chin. The loser has to have that for a whole show, and it will be done on video and everything. So, see what happens anyway. Clark's got some hard matches coming up. He ain't gonna win jack shit, that bleeding thing. But I'm having him, and it's all good. And if you want to listen to WZR, it happens on Hump Day. You know what day it is? Guess what day it is? It's Hump Day. Every Wednesday is Hump Day. Now you've heard me do this, haven't you? Hump Day and everything. I'm having everybody up the moment saying Hump Day and everything like that. But it's funny. It's funny. Microphone just cut out then. No. But
yeah, it has.
My microphone cut out on my Xbox. My microphone cut out on my Xbox and I didn't hear it. Shit. But Ryan Clark, your ass is belonging to me anyway. Now, and for those who don't know, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? It's Hump Day, but that's Hump Days on Wednesdays. Now, back to other things. Right, let's get to WWE. Latest things. We've got Survivor Series this week, haven't we? Survivor Series this Sunday. Get a PS4. Get a fucking life. Don't start on the bleeding PS4 shit. Right. The Survivor Series. The the main event is, well, Big Show versus Randy Orton, would you say?
Yeah, something like that.
And John Cena versus Alberto Del Rio.
El Chico.
Right. Let's start from the top. Big Show versus Randy Orton. It's not making people want to pay for it, is it? Really?
No.
It's it's not one of them matches that makes you want to go, oh, I want to buy the pay-per-view. Oh, I want to buy it. I want to get it. It's a great storyline. Love the storyline behind it and stuff, but it doesn't want me to jump out my seat and want to buy it. You know, like when we had the DX versus John Cena triple threat match a few years ago at Survivor Series. Or we had The Rock and Cena versus Miz and R-Truth. There's always been a match that you make that jumps out of you, that says, oh, I want to I want to watch this match and want to get the pay-per-view. And it just seems it for me that it don't mean it, but maybe that's me, but I just think that Big Show and everything, I mean, what's your take on it? Do you think it's don't kick Kissy Goo out of the chat room, that's me. Kissy Goo! Of all the fucking names bleeding out, all the bleeding names to give me in the chat room, Kissy Bleeding Goo. Oh, fuck's sake.
Random selection, isn't it?
It's bleeding stupid. No. We'll go less in. Well, yeah, well, we'll be off air being an hour anyway. Right. Big Show versus Randy Orton. What's your take? Gonna be a classic match?
No, not that I can see. It's just not making me want to buy it.
Right.
I mean, can I see him winning it? No.
No. No. So, I mean, we've got that. And then also you've got...
build up. I've got to give it that.
Yeah. But it just doesn't fill you with... I really want to spend £15 and buy it, do you? Or I'm going to switch to my computer and watch the stream of it and stuff like that. Not that we're condoning watching streams. Not as that we're endorsing it. We do condone watching illegal streams. We do condone it. We just pay for that. We pay to watch wrestling every single time it's on, don't we, Nixie? We condone illegal streams. But you've got that, and then also you've got John Cena versus Alberto Del Rio. Again, because it's the rematch clause and everything. And it's another one. It's like, I didn't see Cena when he won it, so I couldn't know what the match was like. But it's been a build-up, Alberto trying to get the upper hand on Cena. Really expected it to be Damien Sandow versus Del Rio at Survivor Series. Never thought that Cena would be back. I just think that you can't see past Cena, can you? Unless he drops the belt so he can go back to Raw and then take on Orton. But how many times have we seen Cena Orton? Loads, don't we?
That's exactly it. I don't want to sort of be too down on it, but it's been done and it's been done, and I can't face it again.
I cannot see the Cena Del Rio. It's something different. It's a different match for people to watch. But who's your winner? Del Rio, Cena?
Cena, but I've heard I don't expect much for the match. One, because it's Cena, and number two, because I've heard that he's working hurt because he's forced himself to come back too soon.
The pre-show, Warrior 1 in the chat room says, the pre-show looks the best thing. Bret Hart, Mick Foley, and Booker T, and then you've got Kofi Kingston versus The Miz, who's now gone heel again. So... Yeah, because he's The Miz, and I'm awesome! And I watched the Marine 3 on Sky last week.
What's it like?
Yeah, it's watchable. That's all I'll say. It's very, very watchable. It's the Marine 3 in it.
In it.
Very, very cheap.
Bad habits off Lindsay, you know that.
Oh, shut up. And it's. I think I watched it, and when it was finished, I went, okay, Miz, you've done your bit. Thank you. Don't give up your day job. But just a typical Marine type film, really. Lee James, Marine 3, shit. Yeah, it won't win any Oscars, let's put it that way. Yeah. Winter's Lair. Have you seen it? Winter's Lair in the chat room. He's The Miz, and who fucking cares? I love our chat room. I love it to bits.
Have you seen the best Chaperone?
Oh, yeah. I've seen The Chaperone on Netflix. It's one of the worst things about having... Worst thing you see on Netflix, USA, is the WWE films, and you've got Knucklehead. And I've watched Knucklehead with Big Show. Fuck's sake.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Please save yourself. Don't watch Knucklehead. Please don't watch Knucklehead. It's terrible.
Oh yeah, this is in the Christmas bounty as well. That should be out soon as well.
Oh yeah, but you just have all these things, and you're like, no way, please don't, man. Um, it's one. um, there's WWE films that I mean, I think the best. What's been the best WWE film that's been out? I mean, there's been a few crackers. I mean, See No Evil. You've had The Condemned. Um, there's been one or two that's been good, but what's the best one in your eyes? I mean, the best one in the chat room. What's been the best WWE film they've made? Nobody call in, please, because I don't know how to work it on my Skype. So please, nobody call in tonight. The Knucklehead is great for a self-lobotomy. I'd definitely say something like, if I had to pick my favorite WWE film, I would have to pick The Condemned, only because I haven't seen The Call yet. So
The Call's quite good actually.
is it? I mean, but it's like all these wrestling good films that's come out. I mean, I think my favorite fight film at the moment is Here Comes the Boom with Kevin Thingy and Kevin Hart, I think his name is, and he plays a school teacher that becomes in the UFC, which is funny as anything. Chaperone 2 with CM Punk, yeah. Yeah. But it's one of them things, isn't it? I mean, everybody does it. We'll get back to it now. I mean, we'll get back to Survivor Series. We've done them two. Now, CM Punk and Daniel Bryan versus the Wyatts. Match of the night? Potential?
Potentially, yeah. Without a doubt.
Yeah. I think I mean, you've got CM. I mean, Punk and Bryan together as a tag team. It can heel turn, possibly.
No.
Heel turn. The Wyatts. I think it's just a way of putting the Wyatts over and stuff. And anyway, so who do you take, Wyatts or Ring of Honor? The Ring of Honor twins versus the Wyatts. Who do you reckon win? I reckon the Wyatts. I think
I'd like to see them win in a way.
I think the Wyatts will. They'll put the Wyatts over.
I think it'd be good for them if they did.
Yeah. Oh God, the Diva Survivor match, 7-on-7. They've got a Diva match. That'll be 5 minutes long, guarantee it, won't it? The 7-on-7
well, they haven't really got many
Divas
decent
match.
people in it.
Well, we've got to. I know what we've got to talk about. Yeah, we'll talk about this in a bit. Is AJ involved in this 7-on-7?
Yes, she is.
Right, now we know there's something very wrong with her. Because if she was all right, if she was 100%, she'd be defending her title. Agree?
She would. Yes.
There's no two words to add about it. She's still hurt. So, we got that. And then we've also got... What else we got? I forgot what else we got. I really have. I know there's a few matches that Survivor Series. We just... I think this week on Raw, when they did the musical chairs, is Caitlyn a heel now? Has she turned into a heel? She's fit as fuck. I love Caitlyn with my heart, my soul. Damn, I would smack that ass the side. Ooh, fucking! I know I'm a married man, but damn, I would ride that fucker. Ryback's open challenge. Yeah, right, Ryback. He's in hot water. He's got a lot of backstage heat at this moment. They're not happy with Ryback at all. With his attitude, what he's doing in public appearances, not happy with Ryback at all. Oh, and Curtis Axel versus Big E Langston rematch, Intercontinental. That's also one as well.
There's not enough traditional matches, if you ask me. Should be more.
They should be. I would love to see I mean, I watched the Survivor Series of the night, and it was the wildcard match from '95, and you had Psycho Sid, Shawn Michaels, Ahmed Johnson, and the British Bulldog versus Razor Ramon, Yokozuna, Owen, and Dean Douglas. And I loved that match. That was a cracking match and everything because you mixed up the heels with the faces and stuff. I thought it was a cracking match in them days. We want more Survivor Series type matches. The whole I remember when they used to have all the pay-per-view was everything. Even the WWE champion was involved in a Survivor Series match, and it was great stuff and everything. But as noted, yeah, John Cahill and Eric Philbin. Yeah, there you go. Axel to get the belt back? Nah, I think Big E Langston will be a title holder till at least the Royal Rumble. They'll keep it on him till at least the Royal Rumble now. But I mean, what's your favourite Survivor Series match of all time? If you had to pick one that said Survivor Series, that's the match. What would yours be?
What, for this year's one?
No, if you could pick a classic, if someone who's never seen a Survivor Series in their life, and you had to pick one year for a Survivor Series and say that's the best Survivor Series pay-per-view there's ever been, what would you pick?
I'm really biased to say 2001, but I'm always biased to 2001, and you know it.
Yeah, all right, yeah. Just because of the invasion angle and stuff. That was a
well, it was the
blinder.
end, but the end was a surprise, wasn't it? So
yeah. My favourite Survivor Series.
It was a classic, but it's certainly my generation.
I think my favourite one is like the early 90s. I think it was like 1991, 1990, 88, 89. The very, very early first ones, like the first 4 or 5 of them. Because you had the Survivor Series matches, that was it. And I think the first time we ever saw a singles match at the Survivor Series was when it was Hulk Hogan versus The Undertaker, when The Undertaker won. And that's going way, way, way back. So, I think when you look back at Survivor Series, but my favourite match of Survivor Series 94, Bret Hart versus Bob Backlund, with Owen and the Bulldog as the seconds, where they had to throw the towel in and things like that. I think I loved stuff like that. Or which one was it with Chuck Norris when he came down and Undertaker versus, was it an Undertaker versus somebody, and Chuck Norris kicked bloody Jeff Jarrett out of the bleeding thing and stuff like that. And an Undertaker getting buried alive against Vince McMahon. There's always been something at Survivor Series that makes you...
Yeah, 2003.
Is it really 10 years ago since that happened? Is it 10 years ago since we got rid of the dead man? Since we got the biker?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. That's amazing. I think...
We still miss it.
We reminisce so much. But there's so many great memories. There's so many great things about it. I would love a Survivor Series in this country. I would if we can't have a WrestleMania, yeah, we've had a SummerSlam. We'll never get a Royal Rumble because it's the wrong time of year. Give us a Survivor. Give us a Survivor Series. Let's shut the roof off at Wembley. Let's fill Wembley. I think when you look about it, Winter's Lair said it, yeah, Survivor Series used to be such a special pay-per-view, and now it's just another one. 10 years as Cena as a face. Interesting. But you've also had that. Right, so now we've done the Survivor Series, yeah? Let's go to a little discussion point for us before we keep going. AJ Lee. She collapsed on tour. There was a photograph of her with her ribs really, really, really showing.
Yeah, I posted that.
Yeah. And then you get a collapsing at a live event, which, was it work? Was it real? We don't know. But there's something about it, because ever since then, I mean, I don't know what was the match like she wrestled when she did Vicky Guerrero. Was that a quick match, or was that in and out, or what?
It was funny, and she was fine throughout it.
Right, and then Sunday, she's not defending the title. She's in a 7-on-7 tag match. It seems that... Do you think they're pushing her too hard? Do you think now she's like...
A little bit, but they've got a lot on her.
Yeah, but do you think that's the fault of the other divas that are not stepping up and that they're depending on AJ too much? because they did that thing with
They are
Caitlyn for
depending
so
on
many
her.
months. She did that thing with Caitlyn, but now when you look at it, it's like, whoa. I mean, they tried this Total Divas thing, and that just seems to have died a bleeding death. So
Signed
there's
up for a second series though.
yeah, but you don't see him in the ring. I mean, the ring and everything like that. And who decided to make the Bella Twats fucking faces? What the heck happened? I mean, 1 minute there's kissing and everything, and the next minute everybody's a bleeding. What the fuck happened there? Another great WWE bleeding. And we forgot a match as well for Survivor Series. Cody Rhodes, Goldust, and who the fucking hell is it? Ding, 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 Ed Bang, and it's versing the Shield, innit? Shield. I forgot. Yep. Mickey James' apparently has been seen at the WWE development. She's been doing some training.
She has, yes.
Anybody was if there'd have been a weapons match on Sunday, on a Monday night at WWE event, right? Female weapons match, hardcore country. It'd have been perfect. Mickey James would have come out hardcore country. It'd have been superb. But I can't forget. I forget anything. I'm too old now. Fuck it. By the way, this Movember thing, doing my fucking nutting now. I've got a Jeff Jarrett type tash. I've got the Jeff Jarrett thing with a little bit under the lip and the thing down the sides. The most I'm used to having beards, right? Don't get me wrong. I love having the beards and everything I can put up. Fucking mows, they just do your bleeding nutting. It's the worst fucking thing in the world. And the worst one of mine is, it's turning ginger. I've got brown hair and I've got a ginger mole. Cheer, who the fucking hell possessed me to get a ginger fucking mole on my face? Fuck that shit. Oh, it's Rhodes, Mysterio, and the Usos versus the Real Americans and the Shield. There you go.
That's it. Knee again.
Hey, what?
Break his knee again.
Yeah, let's talk about Ray. Again. Nah, he won't. Let's give Ray benefit of the doubt. He's come back. Let's see how long he goes. Right, let's ask the chat room. Ginger fucker. Cheeky twat. Okay, I'm not a ginger.
He is.
Right. Dye your mustache. No, it's coming off tomorrow. I'm shaving it off after the show, actually. It's coming off. That's the chat room. Right. Sweepstake. I can't put up with another week. I can't put up with no way. Right. How many Raws, how many weeks do you reckon it will be before Ray gets either suspended or he gets banned for drugs? Do we reckon? Just for a bit of fun. In our chat room right now, how many weeks before Rey Mysterio gets injured or has done it or gets banned for another drugs fail? Dino Carrot Top. Ross, you're fucking dead. I'll kill you. And they're doing my fucking mate. They're taking the shit out of me. I'll fucking have you all. I know where you live. I know where fucking rest shows you go to. I'll fuck you all up the bleeding backside. I'll kick your asses. Nothing. I'm not bothered. 6 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 months. I'll fuck you all up. I'm gonna knock Nixy. I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. I swear to God. Anyway. Right. So anything else we got to do? What else we got to do? We've done AJ, done Ray.
Are you long?
Yeah, I'm knackered. I've had a long week. I'm absolutely fucked.
I know.
It's one of them weeks where I just want to go to
violins,
bed now.
everyone. No, I'm joking.
No, I've got Xbox to play. Fuck this. I'm playing on my Xbox soon as I finish this. I've got to upload. I've got to upload the thing, and then I've got to upload the show to YouTube, and then I'm doing another X. I'm playing it on the Lee, I'll bring your ass at Southside. I will own your ass, right? I will make your heart. I will hold you high, turn you sideways, and shove you straight up your candy asses. Right? Anyway, we'll get back to this now. Right. If he wasn't in before, and we'll say it again now, the big announcements for British Wrestling Radio's future is this is the last show we will be having at 11 o'clock at night. As of now, as of next week, 10 o'clock will be the usual start time for British Wrestling Radio. Also, We're going to have people coming on once a month, whether that be anybody that wants to talk about their favorite promotion and why it's their favorite promotion, everything like this. She beaned him. She beaned him. Oh my God, she beaned him. Have you heard that? It's fucking bleeding. Oh, I forgot all about that. Cheers. About this voicemail that happened and we've gone crazy about, but I'll play it afterwards. Yeah, that was Gavin. Oh, I thought that was Morticia in a photograph of Chris Masters. I thought that was Chris Masters with Morticia from Adam's Family. I didn't realise it was Gavin. Oh shit, sorry. No, get Gavin on the show. What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at? Anything? Have you got any? It did. I thought it was Morticia. I didn't realise it was Gavin. It's all my fault. Anyway, he's a good lad. Team Heel podcast straight after the show in about half an hour's time. Anyway, I think next week we've got the Survivor Series to go through. We've also got TNA and everything else we've got to do. And love to everyone. Thanks ever so much tonight. Tonight has been a very, very special one. We're back after a lot of trouble over the last few weeks and a lot of personal problems and lots of everything between us. To be honest, truth, I really didn't think we'd be on air tonight and everything. And I'm going to say this now because she's at the other head of my headset. This girl on here is British Wrestling Radio 100% proof. She's going nowhere. Nixy Newman will be staying here forever. You ain't going nowhere. You hear me? You are British Wrestling Radio. No other words about it. Okay? You're part of this show. You always have been, and you always will be. You are the most important thing on this thing. Without you, this thing doesn't happen, and that's the truth. And I'm saying it live on air.
This doesn't happen.
Nah, bullshit. Anyway. BWR. Yeah, British Wrestling Radio is now sponsored by the world of Microsoft Xbox One.
No,
but have you noticed you haven't disappeared once on Skype tonight?
Don't jinx it. I was just thinking.
No.
That.
You know, it's that other computer we're using. It's got to have been. It has got to have been because I'm using Xbox One.
It's my internet, but it's on the tablet, so don't jinx it.
Right. Well, see, we've got no problems tonight. We're sorting them all out. Thanks to every single person in our chat room that's done it. I mean, Nick, Asa, Winters, Pixie, Brian, Gav, Sweet Chin Music, Dirty Leeds, Darren, Lee, Ross, Chris, all the guys that's been in, everybody's been in tonight, Shade, the whole lot, even me, Kissy Goo at the top there. Thank you. If you want to become a moderator for the chat room, please let me know. I will tell you to go and kiss your ass, kiss my ass. But no, I won't. I just want to say live on air, get well soon to my beautiful wife, Lindsay, who at this moment is asleep in a hospital bed in Huntingdon due to the fact she's had her gallstones out and she's in a bit of pain at this moment, but hopefully she's out. She's out tomorrow. So thank you very much to everybody that sent messages and good work. Get well soon messages to everybody. It's been an amazing week. British Wrestling has gone through an amazing surge again. We had Kevin Steen praising it this week. We've had all the guys having an amazing show last week. Styx getting cheered out of the building at Southside show. Nick, did you hear about that? Last week against Kevin Steen. Apparently it tore the whole fucking house down, this match with Kevin Steen and Styx. And they had an amazing match. Adam Curtis did a face turn on Southside. Harvey Dale is no longer in Southside. He's been kicked out. Can you hear nothing? Here's nothing. Well, yeah, are you there, Nix? No. Is Nixie gone? Nixie, where you gone? Hold on a minute. Get her back in here. Where's she bleeding gone? I jinxed it, didn't I? I bleeding jinxed it, didn't I? I bleeding jinxed it. I can't believe it. I absolutely fucking jinxed it. You did or what? No? I absolutely fucking jinxed it. Anyway, there it is. There's our fucking technical problem. Anyway, I'm going to wish everybody good night. She's gone, and I'm going to let everybody get ready for the Team Hill podcast. Okay? Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Good night, everyone. Good night, and thanks very much for listening to British Wrestling Radio. Remember, next week, 10 p.m. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.